Well, good Tuesday morning to you all. Here we are on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve and green grass. All the snow went yesterday with our +7, +8 degrees. But that's what it's like some years in Montreal. Um, we are reading through 2 Timothy, chapters 1 to 4 today. And this is a treasure trove of just incredible instruction on leadership and on personal development. And it's really great. But there's one thing above everything else that stands out. It's in the second chapter. It's where Paul says, most importantly, um, keep your focus on Jesus in life and ministry. Stay focused on Jesus. So here he is, he's given all this great instruction. He says, but above all of that, most important, stay focused. Make your focus, is what he says. Make your focus Jesus Christ. Make your focus in life, make your focus in everything in Jesus Christ. It means no matter what we do, Jesus is always our motivation in it all. And that may sound like, well, duh, but think about it. Is he really your focus? Is he your reason for doing everything that you do? Everything. An example is some of you know that I'm a bit of a keener when it comes to nutrition and exercise. I don't get the exercise I want to get. I'm not able to do everything I want to do. I don't have the money for that, and we have a winter here that makes it hard, but I adapt my exercises, so I'm exercising indoors. The reason for that is actually Jesus. And those of you I've talked to know that I'm here. I'm co-partnered with him in his mission. That is the reason I'm here. That's the reason for my life. I no longer live for myself. I no longer live for my desires. I no longer live to accumulate stuff and gain money and possessions and make things better in life. If the Lord wants to give that to me for the purpose of his ministries, and man, I'll accept it. I've learned a long time ago to accept his blessings, not reject them from some false sense of humility. But this whole thing of exercise, I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy so that I can do what he's called me to do. I don't want to be spending my time in doctor's visits and hospitals in those places when he's called me to other things to do. So I take the time and I try to live a healthy lifestyle, but it's not for myself. It is so that I'm well, that I can minister to my family. I can minister to my neighbors. I can minister to the people that he puts in my life, and I don't have to focus on myself. It's an important thing for me. It's a priority for me, but the motivation is Jesus Christ. So this is just an example. The way we parent has to be focused on Jesus. The way we conduct ourselves in our workplace has to be Jesus. And if it's Jesus, we'll find ourselves saying no to ourselves quite often. No to being angry, no to being offended, no to a lot of things that are focused on ourselves, no to jealousy. We'll be saying no to these things, even if we have a right to feel this way. Just because you have a right does not mean that is what would please the Lord. It's we have the freedom, but not everything is beneficial. It's not everything is beneficial for the development of others. And it may sound like a very simple thing. Well, of course, Jesus is my focus. But just today, I want you to take inventory of all the things you do. Is Jesus actually the center of that thing? And I don't mean center in worship, but center in purpose. Is he my purpose? Am I fulfilling the mission in this thing? And because there's some things that we need to either shift it so that he is the focus, or we need to just get rid of it. Get rid of it. If it's a distraction, there's a lot of distractions in our life. And did you, as Paul was talking about what the end times would be, did you recognize any of that? There's a lot of distractions in this world. It's focused on self. It's focused on entertainment. It's focused on self-fulfillment. It's focused all on the individual. We are losing that sense of community as the individual becomes more and more important. You have the right to end your life because the individual is more important than the community. There used to be a time that we would suffer through pain in order to minister and bless our family, but now that pain becomes our focus, and we don't want to suffer with it. So we now have the right to end our lives here in Canada. It's so focused on self, and it's such a distraction. So that's why we, as followers of Jesus Christ, must make sure that Jesus is our focus in everything that we do. Yeah. So be engaged today, people. Be blessed. Be encouraged. And take inventory. I am. Take inventory. See how you're doing. God bless.